Why am I here today? When David introduced me, he introduced me as an operations manager, operations director. Actually, my role within Move With Us is to bring together the very best independent estate agents. I oversee the agency network for Move With Us. Now, why do I do that? Well, it's like, I guess, all of you guys, I have a passion. And my passion is people. My passion is bringing together the very, very best people together and working together to achieve things that usually, individually, we wouldn't be able to achieve. If you look at talented people, what they can achieve through sport, or indeed here today, when you look at the Mercedes-Benz cars that's celebrated by Mercedes-Benz World, the designers, the people that built it, the people that raced them, bringing those people together creates something truly special that individually they couldn't have achieved. So it's that passion for people that brings me here today. 17 years ago, as Sean mentioned earlier on, we had a vision. And that was to bring together the very, very best people in independent estate agency. Bring together that talent, that passion. And by bringing them together, achieve something that really hadn't been done before. Whether it be through using that talent to win more business locally, whether it be through using that talent to win must-sell instructions off of asset managers that normally wouldn't instruct independent estate agents. That was our aim. And of course, using that talent to change the way that legal services worked for the benefit of customers, for estate agency, and actually for solicitors as well, making life easier for them. So how do we do? Change page. Well, our aim originally was to, as Sean mentioned, bring together an affinity network that was similar in size to, say, Homestead Network or Relocation Network as they are today. So that would have put us at something like about 700 offices, 700 offices. Today, you're part of the UK's largest network of independent estate agents. There are 1,200 offices connected to your business across the country in England, Scotland, and Wales. Size-wise, what does that actually mean? Well, it means that your network is bigger than corporates such as LSL and Connells, and shortly will pass countrywide. You have a massive connection across the country. Working together, as Sean mentioned earlier, we collectively changed the way that new homes builders manage their must-sell properties. We were part of that change. And we also changed the way that lenders worked with asset managers. Many asset managers had links to large corporate agency groups. Together we broke that and brought those instructions, those properties into the hands of the people they should be with, the best people that I believe there are out there to sell property today. You, independent estate agents. Us collectively. When we look at solicitors, it's astounding, isn't it, that, as Beth mentioned, there's been 40% more work going into solicitors over the last 12 months than usual. Yet those very same solicitors have been unable to recruit more people to do that work, which has resulted in what a lot of us have felt in that poor service delivery to both us as estate agents and our customers. I think we can all say we felt that happen. Now, working together with this network, I believe we've created a conveyancing service that is second to none. It is truly good. Working in collaboration with the estate agency and solicitors, we're delivering that better service to our customers. And that was the aim of this network from day one. Now, not everything's perfect, as my wife told me this morning. For example, I'm not perfect. But I believe it is probably the best solution available out there for conveyancing. And I guess the best vote in that is the fact that half of your network use that service. So that's what you believe as well. What I'd like to talk about is that what happens when you bring talented people together? We've built the network, we've got the connection with solicitors we're working with. How can we actually communicate with each other? How can we connect with each other? Which is in essence what this is all about, isn't it? Connect today. You see, we all face challenges when we bring together talented people. Talented people that, particularly those that are motivated, self-driven, and in our businesses, entrepreneurial. They'll see things in a different way to other people, purely, and they seek to see things differently to other people. That's what makes them better. We find that great salespeople, people, they look for the edge to make a deal. They can see the big picture, but often what they'll do is they're unable to see the detail. So to make those deals happen, we need detailed people. We need people to dot the I's and cross the T's. We need people that will follow a legal process, which is anything but personal. But we need them. We all need to work together on that. And then we bring into the mix our customers. Our customers are people, detailed people. In fact, I'm sure any description that any of you in this room would like to throw out, at some point one of us has had a customer to match that description. And I know you've had loads. But actually, there are three things that all of us share, three things that all of those groups are looking for. To create our view on life, we need truthful information. We need up-to-date information. And today, we need it delivered to us in a way that we want it, whether it be online, so we can go and have a look at it whenever we want in our own time, or some of us will prefer email, or some of us will still want to hear it on the telephone and listen to a voice. But we need those three things. So today, what I'd like to talk about is APT. APT is our way of connecting together your offices. Today, 1,200 networked offices of Move With Us are connected to each other through the APT system. But also, those offices connect with Move With Us itself. They connect with new homes builders. They connect with banks, building societies, and through Navigator, as Beth talked about earlier, those offices can connect to consumers. We're bringing it all together. If we think about, through the APT system, if you want to put an offer in on a must-sell property that we're managing on behalf of a bank or a probate practitioner, yeah, you can pick the phone up. Yes, you can email. But if you want to get it in then, like that, you can log into APT and just put it forward. It's done. You know it's there. It's recorded. In the system, you'll be able to see that you've submitted it, and so will the guys back in the office in St Ives. If you want to tell us anything about that offer, you can put it forward at the same time. If you want an update from a solicitor, yes, you can phone them up. Okay? You can email them. But again, I'll steal this line from Beth. Solicitors that work with you guys are spending over £250,000 of man hours every month updating the system so that you can log in and get the latest information that's available to you. It's there and it's visible through APT. APT is live. It's there now. It's our gift to you again. So those who go in the cars, they've had one gift, but everyone in this room now has a gift. A login into the APT system, a view into connecting to everybody in this room. Upstairs, we have an APT stand, and on that stand we have today Steph, lovely Steph who was with me earlier, and Maribel. Now, I've got to say, Maribel's claim to fame is that Maribel is actually our first ever member of staff at Move With Us. She was there from day one. And prior to that, Maribel worked in agency. Maribel oversaw the development of APT because she understood the needs of how we could bring everybody together. And I think when you look at it, you'll see she's done some phenomenal work. So please, go and visit the stand upstairs. I won't carry on about it. Go and ask the guys that are on the front, are there with it now. Part of the APT innovation is also looking at a service that we developed 17 years ago. The first service that we ever developed as a network was vendor referral. It's a very simple principle. Every one of your offices will register an out-and-area applicant and have an out-of-area applicant with a property to sell. Now, that's usually hard work, isn't it? Yeah? Where's my listing? Where's my local listing? They can't proceed, they can't do anything. But that out-of-area applicant is someone else's vendor. Someone else in this room could be selling their house. And in doing that, they can generate your office a fee. So it's a really simple principle of bringing good people together, connecting, sharing that information amongst ourselves, and generating fees to the referral office and instructions to the other office that receives them. All we've done now is we've taken it online and made it simpler, made it easier for your offices to refer, and made it easier for your offices to win more instructions. Again, Maribel will be able to talk you through exactly how this works along with Stephanie, but do please have a look at it. 1,200 offices connected like that. Apt also gives everybody in here in the network access to all of the marketing material. Some of you may be familiar with this, and forgive me if I'm going on about it. I, again, have a passion about this because I have a passion about getting your brands to be the number one brand in your high streets. The most important brand to me, the person that is responsible for the agency network across our country, is not Move With Us, it's yours. It's how can I help you push your brand above your competitors? And if something we do here today helps you achieve that, that's fantastic. So leaflets, window cards, advert fillers, they're all available to you, and they're all there for that very reason, to help you establish you further. And I say further because you're already the best, but further as the professional people to talk to when it comes to selling or letting houses. Shortly, you'll also notice on there the greyed out bit. We'll be launching a regional magazines as well. The magazines are ever so simple. It's the same thing. We looked at it, we listened to you. How do we help you get your brand further out there? How do we help you win more instructions? And the feedback we had is what we need is a magazine with local content that we can personalize to our brand, so it's our magazine, have our property in it, and use it to win our instructions. So shortly, that's exactly what we're going to do for you. I'd like to quickly touch on surveys. I guess everybody in this room today has taken part in one of our surveys. Can you just put your hand up if you've taken part in one of our surveys? Great, there's another survey, done. Surveys are really simple. They're about getting information out. Now, what do we do with it? We use that survey to get your network in front of more people. We create press releases through our marketing department, and I've got to say our marketing department have done excellent work here today, and I'm sure you'll agree, in organising these events. But we use that PR to get the network name out there in front of more people so that you can use it locally. How many people? Every month, your network brand gets in front of a readership of about 10 million. 10 million. And those very same press releases are available to you to use locally, to personalize to your brand, your names, and push your brand out further to get more business in and establish yourselves further. Again, all of that's our gift to you, and that's all available through the app system. Oh, I just want to point out one of these stats. I loved it. When asked, what's the biggest mistake any vendor can make, 70% of estate agents said, not listening to their estate agent. How true is that, eh? And I think actually, Mike, we had a conversation about that last night, didn't we? Beth touched on Navigator, and I want to quickly go back to it because, again, this is something that I believe that we can use to our benefit around this room. How many of us have experienced delays in transaction times over the last 12 months? So anything we can do together to shorten those has got to be good, hasn't it? Okay? So Navigator just takes a bit of the legal process and puts it online. A bit of form filling, puts it online. In this room today, how many of us use internet banking? How many of us submitted our tax returns online? I mean, who would have believed that 10 years ago? HMRC, simplifying the process and making it easy to collect tax. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Navigator just takes that bit of process and puts it online. And Beth mentioned earlier that we've shortened it down to 48 hours from instruction to the first documentation arriving with the solicitor. Actually, this is a real example that I found myself. And it was a Bournemouth solicitor, a Bournemouth agent, using the Navigator system with their client. 2 hours and 15 minutes from the client instructing the solicitor to the initial paperwork being in the hands of the solicitor and completed. 2 hours and 15 minutes. How long would that normally take? Not only that, but 2 hours and 15 minutes later, from instructing, the agent could log into the app system and see the solicitor had the documentation. It was there and recorded. How else could we do that without Navigator? Now, this is the great thing about my talk here today, because I'd like to show you a movie clip which is just going to cover the next bits and pieces.
Welcome to Apt. Apt replaces the Move With Us members area with a fresh design and lots of exciting new features. At a click of a button, Apt provides greater visibility of conveyancing files By showing what stage they're at, pipelines can be proactively managed through to exchange, and earnings tracked. Key milestones can be monitored on each file, and documents completed online by the customer can be viewed through APT when the solicitor receives them. Gain a competitive advantage. APT provides visual insights on how you're performing against the competition each time you sell a property instructed by Move With Us. Make the most of every opportunity through APT's reporting suite. Track referral and conversion rates and measure performance against missed opportunities. Increase listings and raise local brand awareness through exclusive marketing services. And see all the exciting new features that makes it easier and quicker to communicate and work with Move With Us. A personalised dashboard provides every user with a tailored experience. Easy navigation through improved layout and design. Advanced search makes finding properties and customers easy. Improved communication. Chat online with your dedicated Move With Us support team. A dedicated help section answering your questions on APT. Interactive tracking line to help you progress sales through the different pipeline stages. Thank you for visiting APT.
Now, those of the eagle-eyed amongst you would have probably noticed that Sam Smith isn't Sam Smith at all. That's actually Ashley Glendy, who's here today with us. Ashley will be available if you want to talk about any of the network benefits that we bring with you to the table here today. Also upstairs, you'll see there's a stand for Navigator, which is manned by Gareth and by Lindsay. Any questions you have about Navigator, those guys are there to answer them for you. Also, there'll be a network stand, which has Caroline on it, and funny enough, Ashley, who'll be there to answer any network questions for you. So I just want to summarise. What does your connected network bring to you? And hopefully, what you see is transparency through the app system. You can see what's happening when you want to see it in real time. Through the Navigator system and through App Together, making life easier and simpler for your sales progressors. Remember, £250,000 every month spent in man hours updating it, making sure the information is there for you. Solicitors, it's simple. By bringing these things together, we're finding them more time. 40% more work going in there. Let's find more time so they can do more of our work. For buyers and sellers, hopefully we're seeing through Navigator making that process more simple. And finally, through the marketing tools available to you through Smart Marketing, helping you win more local instructions. Thank you very much.